It's the next day, and I have set up, here's Mike Dunn's deployment, we'll go over that in just a minute. Let's take a look at the Orks. This probably looks like one giant mess, but there is a rhyme and reason to it all. But before we get into that, this is how I'm analyzing this battlefield. You've got this relatively open area here. You have this huge thing, which you can get line of sight through it this way, but it's immediately blocked over here. So it really only opens up into this relatively small area. Other than that, this whole thing just blocks off this entire edge of the board. And what's in front of it is you really just have two avenues here. You have two major lines of sight. This one and this one. Now this must not be lost on Mike because he's dropped a Lehman Russ battle tank right in the middle there. But as you may notice, it's mostly just tanks over here. Chimera probably has a unit in it. Oh no, that's not even a Chimera, that's a Hellhound. So really no troops over here. And so I'm not sure what Mike thinks is going to happen in this game. Because as you may notice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives on this side. But we'll see. Maybe he has a plan. He's got these guys in reserve, so we'll see if something comes of that. So my basic strategy is to hold over here, advance over here, and by hold I mean not go into this no man's land here, because we've decided, unless of course they actually physically block line of sight and give cover that way, this is not area terrain like in the last game. So this is like one big open area, except for of course this piece right here. So in the advancing part, I've actually taken trucks, and I'm experimenting with this idea of the truck as an obstacle. This is a gun wagon, a heavy support choice, and the plan here, 35 points, nothing added. I'm just going to go clog up some of the lanes of fire here. And that's the plan, is to clog up this whole area with burning wreckage, and then basically just cut him off from these objectives here. Now at the end of Mike's first turn, I'm probably going to nab this one, because I have a giant squad of Shuta boys here. I also have a big mech and a battle wagon. This is a distraction. This is something that Mike can't ignore. The plan is go here first, keeping out of line of sight, or at least getting cover from most things, and then move up here and create some problems on these two objectives. But this really, all of this, as long as I take this, I'm good. That's what I had hoped for on this side. I also got my Scorches, each as individual fast attack slots, 1, 2, and this guy over here, hopefully just to draw some fire. I'm just going to speed right up the side and see if I can't just burn something for kicks. Because those are 40 points. They're basically little buggies with heavy flamers. And they also have tracks, even though mine are wheeled, and that allows them to re-roll dangerous terrain tests or difficult terrain tests, whatever it is. This unit of boys here I've spread out. These are Choppa boys. And so they're on this objective. This one is actually 1/4 inch too far away to take the first turn, at the end of Mike's first turn before I've even moved. But I'll have 2 in my pocket. And Mike, on the other hand, will have 1 in his pocket. Oh, no, that's not true. He'll have 2 in his pocket as well. So really, if you look at it, we have 1, 2, 3 over here that are strong for Mike. 1 that's really in the middle and could be anybody's game. Well, probably going to be my game because I have troops, troops, and troops here. And really, just my boys are going to get shot up pretty bad. But my plan is on the first turn to snake around this arm and be next to this objective and just take casualties all along the back. And we'll see if the Shuta boys can live through that hideousness. In fact, they probably won't shoot. They'll be the Runna boys the first turn and just go up here and see if they can just survive the casualties. In other words, these guys will just be back here to die off while this becomes a problem. So really, I only have these 2 units on this side to deal with this whole thing over here. So we'll see how that goes. So in a way, even though it looks like my guys are spread out, I have really overloaded the flank here. I have 3 main prongs. The battle wagon, the shoot-a boys over here, and just these 2 things. Maybe the Scorches coming up the middle. In fact, I may redeploy these Scorches now that I think about it. They just won't have anywhere to go. Of course, they are fast, so the other option for them is just to zip one up here, hide out, while the battle wagon moves up like that. And really just create distractions with really cheap units. Def guns, this couldn't be a better place for them to be. It's amazing. They can shoot this way, all down that lane into this no man's land. They can shoot over here. Although they can't penetrate the Lehman Russ's armor, they can get some shots in, some cheap shots I might add, in on those other vehicles like the Basilisk, and anything that tries to come out here and contest that. So the Orks are feeling pretty good. Oh, the last thing, wow, I've really gone on for like 6 minutes, is this Lift-A-Droppa. Now this is from Imperial Armor 8, Raid on Castoral Novum, and Mike is going to have to deal with this piece. I really think this piece is going to draw a ton of fire, and it will have to draw a ton of fire. If Mike doesn't deal with that really early on, I'm going to just start knocking these tanks around with it. It's going to be really, really, really ugly. So, yeah. Are these mortars? Oh my goodness, that's going to be bad for the boys. So we'll see how that goes. Now, where's my other mech boy? That's right, he's with this unit. So he's currently giving 5-up cover saves. I'm hoping to have him help out these 2 trucks as they advance, because then I'll have 1, 2, 3 units, 3 troops choices trying to take this objective, possibly that objective, and who knows how it'll go. But I really think Mike it's the traditional Mike constipation over here. So unless he redeploys, if he's smart, he'll start lumbering Behemoth this piece and move it over into this line of fire first, and then try and get it into the action where it really counts over there. So hopefully the battle wagon and the giant squad of shoot-a boys, and what I'll probably do just for additional annoyance, technically I'm still deploying here, so I'll move this Scorcha over here and create a problem of itself. So Mike's here. He walks in, doesn't even say hi. He just said, I've had to pee for like an hour and a half. Yeah. And then tromps off. Feeling better, buddy?
Yes. Sitting in the car through traffic. Just going,
was it bad?
Come on, let's go.
Was it bad?
A couple of places, yeah. It wasn't terrible.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, Mike wanted to know what everything is, so here it is. Scorcha with a heavy flamer. Choppa Boys 30 with big mech with custom force field. That thing on his head, that's the projector. Lift-A-Droppa, truck, all with boys on. Ludas, those are basically like Ork autocannons, as you may know. This is a gun truck. Shouldn't have this on it. It has nothing on it. It's a lump, basically, with wheels. Scorcha, Shoot-a Boys 30. Battle Wagon, Defrolla, Big Mech, Burnaz. And there's another Scorcha. That's my army.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the Lift-A-Droppa do?
It's 48-inch range.
Okay.
If I read it right, it hits automatically.
Okay.
And you roll a dice, the scatter dice. If you roll a hit, it lifts the vehicle up in the air and drops it right where it is. And it takes D6 glancing hits. Yeah. But if it doesn't, it goes up to 24 inches, I pick, in the direction of the arrow, and then it gets dropped on wherever it is, and takes D6 glancing hits, and does damage to a unit if it hits a unit.
Ouch.
Oh, big ouch. Yeah. But it is pretty much the cost of a Land Raider. So, there's that.
has to die first.
It does has to die. Have to die, has to die.
Has to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's roll. Here's the roll for Steal the Initiative, and I do believe I need a 6 for that. Nope. Hold on, let's try it again, but this time with mental dice manipulation. Here we go. Nope. Wait a minute, it'll get higher each time. Here we go. Nope. Alright, so my mental dice manipulation is off tonight.
My mental dice manipulation, though, was spot on,
Was it?
preventing you from getting a 6.
Oh, damn you! I forgot to put up my psychic shield!
That's why.
Top of the first, Imperial Guard move. What happened?
Moved forward, just kind of moved through the buildings, moved up through cover a little bit.
You
These
rolled
vehicles
something
moved.
for the Penal
Yeah, I
Legion,
forgot
right?
to roll for the Penal Legionnaires
Right.
before the game
They
started,
got
so we rolled for that. They got the
psychopaths.
psychopaths. So they have Furious Charge, Fleet, and Counterattack. That's awesome. Yeah, everything else just kind of
Yep. And Mike
tweaked
moved to
itself
this
a little bit.
Lehman Russ over this way. Lumbering Behemoth.
Yeah, that's getting ready to take
You
out
gotta
that.
shoot it. You gotta kill the lift to drop a. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Shooting phase.
Imperial Guard shooting. Funnest phase of the game.
I need scatter dice. And a whole bunch more.
I'm ready.
Okay. To start things off with, we are going to shoot the Lehman Russ at the Liftadroppa.
I'm ready.
What this is, that's the Lehman Russ Vanquisher.
I don't like the sound of that.
So it has the tank killing weapon.
It's the Vanquisher cannon. Shooting at the Lift-A-Dropper right here. Doink. Yeah, there's definitely an alley of fire right here.
Yeah, I kind of set up my
Look at that.
tanks that way so that
good.
they have optimal views of the
Right.
battlefield.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, and
let's
this guy
roll.
didn't move, he pivoted to shoot.
Okay.
So,
So, and you have Commander Pask
Commander
in there.
Pask
So
on
what
the
does that do?
tank.
Better ballistic skill
it's
added?
ballistic skill 4 instead of 3,
Okay.
and if the vehicle remains stationary, I get +1 to penetrate. Or
Okay.
I think I re-roll to wound or something for monstrous creatures,
Well,
something like that.
yeah, we better figure that out.
Okay, shooting at
So
the
here it
Liftadroppa.
That's a 5.
That's a 5.
Okay.
So
what's
that
next?
hits. Now, strength 8, so rolling for armor penetration.
Right. 2d6. 8 plus 2d6. All right.
Plus
that's,
1 for remaining stationary.
Right. That's 15. My front armor is 14, so that's a penetrating hit.
Okay.
All right. And the result is a 2. All right. So Mike rolled a 2, which is crew stunned, but since it's open topped, it's upped by 1, so weapon destroyed. Kaboom! Well, that was
That
pretty
saves
disappointing.
me. In this army, that saves me. I have so many
Yep.
vehicles.
Yeah, I'm going to have a hard time dealing with the vehicles from here on out. Okay, las cannon shooting, go.
Ballistic skill 4. That's a miss.
You might want to,
Alright.
yeah, and you might want to check range.
Yeah,
That might not be within. But anyway, keep going. If that's all that guy has to
Yeah,
shoot,
that's
right?
it for him.
Okay, what's next?
Next, oh man, I had planned on shooting everything at that till it was dead. I got to rethink my strategy.
All right, I'm ready.
We got mortars
it.
shooting first.
Go.
And we'll shoot
Enough
the
talk,
first.
human.
Okay, the Griffin is going to shoot. The Griffin is going to target right here, these
Okay.
trucks.
I'm ready. Is that the big template or the small
It's the big
template?
template. Oh, actually, the
Okay.
Griffin is yeah, it is the big template. So that's well within range.
All right, Griffin shooting where? Where do you want it? Right here?
It's a
Okay.
straight 6 AP4, and I get to re-roll the scatter dice on this.
So that'd be 9 inches this
That
way.
way. That'd
That's
be
probably going to be off
nearly-
or just clipping.
Yeah.
So you want to re-roll
I'm
that?
going to re-roll that.
Okay.
That's
that's-
acceptable.
That's notably better.
6 inches.
Okay.
That way. I don't know where the center
Okay,
is.
you're doing good. Alright, so you've got 3 boys on foot.
Okay.
And there's no partials anymore, isn't that how it works
no
now?
Partials.
Okay.
So
actually 4 boys and the truck.
Okay. It's firing in a battery with the Earthshaker.
Okay. Alright, I'm ready then.
So the Earthshaker in a battery, I just roll the scatter die and it goes onto that side. Is that right?
I don't know.
I'm fairly confident.
Okay. Okay, so here's the Griffin mortar. And
now the
hold on a second.
Shaker.
So the Earthshaker is basically going to flip off of this one depending on the roll. Now, so here it is. Roll them. Why don't you roll right here so we're a little bit closer?
A hit.
Oh, that's terrible. I think it's the arrow. If
it's a hit, then I get to place the marker.
Oh, you get to pick. Okay, well then let's do it.
I think I want to flip it.
Like that?
Yeah, let's do that and see if we can hit that other truck.
Okay,
So
well if you're going to do that,
it's
you may as well go like this. Right? Does the hole matter?
Yeah. It does for vehicles.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do. So it hits boys and the truck.
All right.
Whatever that comes out to.
Yep. So you're going to, with the basilisk, you're going to get 2 boys and the truck. And you have a hole for over the vehicle for this one, and a hole for the vehicle.
So 2 boys in the truck with the basilisk, 3 boys in the truck with the griffin.
4.
4 boys in the truck.
Yeah,
okay.
got
This
it.
is for the boys with the griffin. Strength 6.
2 ups to wound. So
wounds.
4 wounding hits. All right.
And then
Hold on a second. So 4 from the griffin. Got it. What's next?
the truck.
Okay, go ahead.
That's not going to be anything. The Earthshaker hit 2.
2 boys. That's right. So 2 wounds from that.
And then the Earthshaker, that's a penetrating hit on the truck.
Strength 9, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go ahead and roll vehicle damage. Here it was nothing, right?
Nothing.
And here it was
4.
right? Is there a bonus for ordnance? All right, we're going back. The Griffin was ordnance weapons, so the one that hit this truck would have taken the best of 2 dice.
So it rolled a 1.
First dice was 1.
And a
The other dice is 6.
That's
so
much
he's
better.
got a penetrating hit on each one. So what was the
6.
result of a penetrating hit on this one?
That was a 4.
Okay, so that's immobilized.
And that's a 2.
And that's stunned. Okay, we made yet another mistake. So, but we're correcting that. We're trying to play as well as we can. So he rolled a 4 here, but open tapped makes it a 5. So that's wrecked. And this one was a 2, and that becomes a 3, which is weapon destroyed, which has to be the big shooter. So no big shooter here, and then this one is wrecked. So I have to roll on the ramshackle table. So here it goes. That's a 3. That's the worst one. So the result on this truck is careen, which is 3d6 inches in a random direction. It rolled a hit, so I get to pick the direction. So I'm going to pick directly forward. Yeah, that's 9 inches.
From the front of the vehicle.
Yep.
That's about right.
Because I have exact measurement. Because I'm amazing that way.
Some people have perfect pitch.
All right,
Sean
and
has
then
exact measurement.
then it is not wrecked, but it's destroyed. So this is removed, and then my guys get out. So the 12 boys in the truck each take a strength 3 hit, wounding on 5s. Oh, that's a lot of wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saves on 6 for basic armor. So 4 guys die, and they also have to take a pinning check. Here it comes. On an 8. And they make it. So Mike and I are trying to do the minimal amount of mistakes in this game, which is a lot of reading on our part, but we do it all for you. So here's what we had. The ramshackle thing says the vehicle is destroyed. Now in the book, the entries say destroyed wrecked or destroyed explodes. So we interpreted it that it didn't make much sense that it would necessarily explode. So we're going with destroyed equals destroyed wrecked. So that means this became a wreck, and these guys just bailed out here. And as you can see, that gives me a nice little piece of thing to hide behind. Of course, it hardly matters now because all this stuff is shot. Actually, that hasn't shot yet, has it?
Just these three.
Right. All right, well, keep going.
Okay.
It's the Imperial Guard first turn shooting phase. Ugh! I gotta clear those guys out. Yeah, because it's getting old. It's getting old already.
Mortars.
But that's okay. So far, I've lost a truck and 3 boys, and then 4 boys out of the truck died. So that's actually not too bad a casualty so far. Oh yeah, the lift to drop is out of commission. Of course, now I can just run up and make that thing be a nuisance now. Alright, I'm ready with the mortars. Come on. Alright, so here come the mortar team. Comes the mortar team. I'm ready. Number 1.
Oh.
Whoa, 10 inches that way. Well, that could actually be good. You pull that out. Alright, so here we go. 10 inches ends up on the def guns. That was probably better for you, actually. But we'll see. Alright, so now do they flip off of that?
I have 2 more that flip off of that.
So here it comes. Number 1 goes that direction. So
I'll
far
hit
you
one
got
guy.
3 guys. You got, yep, 1 more guy. So okay.
So we're at 4?
We're at 4. 4 guys. And then a hit, meaning you get to pick, right?
Yeah.
You should probably go this way.
Yeah.
Well, that would be 2.
Or that way would get me.
That's still
2
only
either way.
2.
So
Yeah.
we're at 4, 5, 6.
6 hits.
Okay. I'll take it.
No, I'll take it.
It's
Willow, what do you have? What is that?